Travel radiology. What's that all about? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about what it means to be a travel x-ray tech. And this is actually one of the main reasons I started this channel and named it the Nomad Rad, was to kind of highlight the amazing experiences and opportunities that come with being a travel x-ray tech. And this is something that I've done for the past 7 years, working travel contracts all over the country, and it's truly been an amazing experience. Meeting new people, going to new places, and all the adventures that come with it. And I'll definitely go into more detail in upcoming videos regarding the travel industry, tips and tricks, how to even get started, all that good stuff. But for now, I just want to talk about the basics, the fundamentals. What is a travel x-ray tech? So whether you're just starting out in radiology or maybe you've been a tech in the field for a few years, this is definitely a career path worth exploring. So with that said, let's get started. So what is a travel x-ray tech? Well, a travel x-ray tech is a licensed radiologic technologist that works short-term contracts all over the country, different locations, typically through a staffing agency. And these assignments are generally 13-week-long contracts, but they can even range from a few weeks to several months, and they can take you across the state, the country, and even some pretty cool tropical destinations. And I realize I just used the term assignments, and I don't want that to scare you. Assignments and contracts are synonymous. They mean the same thing. For some reason, sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I'm on assignment in California or something, not even thinking about it. But you're never going to be assigned anywhere. That's not how travel radiology works. You'll get to choose where you want to go as long as there's a job in that area. So again, I don't want to scare you. You're never going to be assigned anywhere. So forgive me if I say the word assignments again. What I really mean is just being on contract. But let's take it back to the travel destinations part we were just talking about. So the really cool thing is, like, 1 month you could be working in a small rural hospital in the middle of nowhere. And a couple months later, you could be working in a big trauma center in the big city. It is just, there's so much variety, adventure, as well as just meeting new people along the way on these travel contracts. And those 13 weeks go really quick. So it's just an amazing way to see the country and get paid for it. Now, as a travel x-ray tech, your day-to-day responsibilities are going to be very similar to a normal x-ray tech's. You'll be doing your normal diagnostic exams, you'll be doing fluoroscopy cases, surgery cases, whatever gaps that department needs you to fill. You need to be highly proficient and be confident in your skills because these hospitals are paying a premium for your service. But unlike the permanent staff, once your contract is up, you get to move on to the next place. So why are travel x-ray techs needed in the first place? I mean, what's the deal? Well, the need for these travel x-ray techs typically stems from one major issue, and that is staffing shortages in these hospitals and imaging centers. So they bring in travel x-ray techs to help fill these gaps. And it could be anywhere from just being busy season and needing more staff. It could be maybe a staff member is going on maternity leave and it makes more sense to bring in a travel x-ray tech for 13 weeks rather than have the staff work super short for that period of time. Maybe a department just had a couple staff members cross-train into another modality and now they're short in the general x-ray department, so they need some travelers to at least fill those spots until they can fill them with permanent staff. So there are many reasons as to why these hospitals and imaging centers might need travelers. So why would someone consider becoming a travel x-ray tech? Well, here are some perks. Number one, higher pay. Travel techs often make more money than permanent staff. And I'm sure everyone already knows this, and this is what initially intrigues them becoming a travel x-ray tech. Everyone's heard of travel nursing and have seen the videos, oh my gosh, they make so much compared to being a staff nurse. Why would you even be staffed? Everyone's traveling now, this and that. So again, higher pay is probably one of the main reasons to why people get into travel radiology, but I wouldn't say it's the right reason because there are so many more benefits that we're going to talk about right now. Flexibility. Honestly, this is probably my favorite part of being a travel x-ray tech is you are your own boss. You choose when you want to work, you choose where you want to work. And that's what I love about this. I am all about freedom, and that is the best part of the job for me. If I have like 3 weddings to go to in July, I'm just going to take that whole month off. I'll work a contract up until July, and then I'll just take the whole July off and enjoy it. And when you're on contract, that's when you don't have much flexibility because you're expected to be there. That's why they need you. That's why they're paying you the big bucks, is to be there. You can't just kind of get on a contract and be like, I need this week off and a couple days off here. No, that's not how it works. When you're on contract, you need to be working. You need to be there. That's where you make your money. That's when they really need you. But once your contract ends, you can take as much time off as you want. And that is like the coolest thing because usually after contracts, even 3-month contracts, I'll take a month off and my fiance and I will go travel international for a couple weeks and have a vacation. And it's just so rejuvenating. We burn out so much less because you just are having fun. You're taking time off work. You're not thinking about work. And then you come back and you're like, oh, I kind of want to go take a contract in California, or I want to go up to Washington for the winter. That sounds awesome. And it's just an amazing adventure, it's flexibility, and that actually kind of segues me to the next perk, which is adventure, because you get to go to all these new places, you get to meet all these new people, and just the experiences you make throughout the time are just incredible. It's a really great way to explore the country while getting paid for it, while doing something you love. I mean, originally I'm from Ohio and I knew that I never wanted to live there. So when I found out you could travel as an X-ray tech, I was like, I'm done. Let's do it. Let's go. Because I didn't know where I wanted to live. I haven't been anywhere else in the country. So I'm like, oh, cool. I know I'm not going to live in Ohio. Let's bounce around to a couple different states, a couple different places, and see what I like. And that's what I've been doing the last 7 years, just jumping around the country, going to all these cool places, meeting all these new people, just kind of learning the cultures in the 3 months, which is plenty of time. And you can also extend your contract to longer if you really like it there and they still need you. If you're like, oh, that 3 months went by really quick, I want to stay a little bit longer, and they're like, oh yeah, we still have a need, then boom, you get to stay there even longer. And it's just super fun. It's a great way to just have community in many different places. So again, the adventure aspect is incredible. If you're someone who is in my position that doesn't know where they want to live, start traveling as an X-ray tech, and you'll get to go to all these cool places, and you'll get to be like, oh yeah, I could see myself living here, or no, this stinks. And again, that part, if you're not having fun at your contract, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. 13 weeks and you're done. And I'm telling you, that flies by. And not only are the personal experiences really cool traveling all over the country, but the work experience is amazing. I mean, trust me, things are so different in every single hospital. And that was something I never thought existed. When I started at a big trauma hospital, I was like, okay, this is it. This is how things are done. This is going to be easy to start traveling. And I go to the next place, all new equipment, all new charting systems, different protocols, different workflows. I was just like, holy cow, I never even could fathom that things could be so incredibly different from one place to another. And they are. And it's just really interesting to see how different departments work and different workflows and protocols. It's just very interesting. And you learn so much along the way. You learn many tips and tricks from other seasoned techs on every place you go to. I swear every contract that I go, I pick up something new, and it just makes me a better tech. And now I feel like I've worked with almost all the radiology equipment. I've worked with so many different charting systems that I'm just very easily able to just adapt and kind of pick up quickly, because I'm just so used to being in a new environment. And it's a really great way to just really become a overall better tech. The resume will look absolutely amazing after, and it just overall makes you look very marketable. But of course, it's not for everyone. You'll need to be comfortable with change. You'll need to be able to adapt quickly and be able to hit the ground running when starting a new assignment. So how would I get started becoming a travel X-ray tech? What are the requirements? What do I need to do? Well, first, you need to complete and graduate from an accredited radiology program and pass your boards, becoming a licensed radiologic technologist. Next, you need to gain some experience, and most agencies require at least 1 year of X-ray experience before allowing you to apply to travel X-ray jobs. And I would say that is the bare minimum, 1 year. I would say 2 years actually should be the bare minimum of working as a tech before looking at travel X-ray jobs. And this is something I will discuss more in further videos. But again, as a travel X-ray tech, you need to be very confident and comfortable with your skills. You need to be able to adapt really quickly. These travel contracts, you do not get much of an orientation. You'll get a few days of kind of learning the processes, learning the workflows, and then you'll be out on your own. Because think about it, you're only there for 13 weeks. You can't have a 1 month orientation. You're going to be gone 8 weeks later. You know what I mean? So they expect these travelers to come in knowing how to do surgery, knowing how to do fluoroscopy procedures, knowing how to do trauma patients, and be able to hit the ground running. Again, like I said earlier, because they're paying a premium for your service, and that's expected. So you need to be very confident in your skills. I see a lot of travel X-ray techs fail their first contract because they got into it too early, maybe even less than a year. There are some agencies that will let you apply less than a year, and they just aren't comfortable doing a lot of the procedures or a lot of the surgery cases. Maybe they were just only worked in an outpatient center or a hospital that didn't do surgery, and now they just took a contract and they're like, oh, I'm expected to go to the OR. I haven't touched a C-arm since clinical, since school. So now I'm rambling a little bit, so I apologize for that. But again, I'll discuss this more in an upcoming video. You should at least have bare minimum 1, probably 2 years of experience before you start looking for travel X-ray jobs. So now we have our experience, we are comfortable and confident in our skills. What is the next step? Well, now we need to start researching agencies and connect with a recruiter. And once you connect with a recruiter and do the whole onboarding process, which can be kind of annoying, from there you can start looking at all the jobs available and start actually applying to them. And the more flexible you can be in regards to locations, start dates, shift times, the better chance you're going to get of getting those contracts. So keep that in mind. Being flexible will give you more opportunities. So with that said, if you are looking for a career that combines your love for radiology as well as your love for traveling and adventure, then becoming a travel X-ray tech might just be the perfect fit for you. So thanks for tuning in, guys. And again, this was just a very fundamental kind of basics of what a travel X-ray tech means. I know this industry can be kind of daunting. It can be very confusing trying to become a travel X-ray tech. I made a lot of mistakes when I started, and again, making this channel, calling it the Nomad Rad, I want to share all my experiences, my mistakes that I made, so you guys don't make the same. I want to help you along the way so you have the best experience as a travel X-ray tech, because again, this has been the best 7 years of my life. There's nothing I would do different. If I had to go back, I would do the exact same thing and start traveling again. So I hope this video helped answer some of your questions. Please feel free to leave any questions, comments, suggestions down below, maybe some certain videos that you want to see, and I'll do my best to get those out. So with that said, take care. See you next time. Safe travels.